Hi, hello, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Trilogy. Specifically, we're playing the first game. It is a new day. I just recorded 2 episodes yesterday. Those are probably already out by now. But we're gonna get right back into it. Today, we're going back to trial, in the 4th chapter of the game. That's about all I've got to say about that. So, December 27th, 10 a.m. Here we go. I think this is the second time we're going to trial for this one. Do I remember anything that happened in the game when I played it yesterday? No, but that's fine, because who needs to remember anything anyway, right? We talked to the old dude in the boat shop. We talked to the parrot. Parrot said something about DL6, and we were like, whoa, why does the parrot know about DL6? Anyway. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. And here's Manfred von Karma being a huge bitch, which is nothing unusual. He does that a lot. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Probably the guy named Judge. He doesn't have a name, he's just Judge. Mr. von Karma, your opening statement. He's not gonna give one. There's stuff on my microphone, and I don't want it to be there. But anyway. Very well, no opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. I don't remember what voice I gave him. So we're just gonna have to improvise, and it's probably gonna change about 5 times before I settle on something. But that's how it has to be sometimes. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Fucking psychic? Clairvoyant? You can see the future? Huh? For some reason, I don't trust your predictions. Order. Mr. von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? I mean, he did say it would end 3 minutes from now. I don't think that's how trials work. But also, this entire game is not how trials work. Not that I'm a lawyer or anything, not that I'm an expert. Don't listen to me, but I have a feeling this is not how it works in the real world. Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I mean, you waste time all the time by just whatever, forget it. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. You mean the old guy in the boat shop? Who clearly has some, how do I say this without being extremely rude or offensive? The old guy who clearly, over the years, has experienced a decline in mental function. That's your decisive witness? It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Yeah, this guy. He's asleep on the stand, Your Honor. This is not a trustworthy man. Witness, state your profession. Well, he's a owner of a boat rental shop, but he also owns a noodle shop, called The Wet Noodle, apparently. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. Yes, there's, for some reason, I don't trust what this guy has to say. And I, also rent boats. I don't collect money for it, though. One of those boats was used in a murder. I don't know why I'm laughing. I make myself laugh too much. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Raise an objection? I would like to get a name for this witness. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. I feel like maybe that's because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I mean, I feel like that's probably an important bit of information, to have on the record, you know? I feel like, whatever. I've predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. It's already been more than 3 minutes. We are 4 minutes and 40 seconds into the recording, so it's already been longer than 3 minutes, my friend. Or not my friend, my adversary. The opposing counsel. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. I don't want to. That's the point of the trial, is that we're not cooperating. Yeah, right. Whatever. The witness will state his name. I can't. I have been off the grid for the past 40 years, after all those war crimes I committed in the former Yugoslavia. I'm not really sure, yep. What do you mean? My, memory... Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. Then why are we trusting him as an eyewitness to a murder? If we've already established that his memory is terrible, why are we trusting what he says? I don't like how much this court relies on eyewitness testimony anyway. Like, dude, he can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. I doubt it. Has nobody told him his name in the past several years? Does he not pay taxes? Does he not go to the doctor every year or something? Is there not a single person out there who knows this man's name? I find that incredibly suspicious. Your Honor, is this man under witness protection? What's going on here? Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? Alright, witness testimony. The night of the murder. Sorry, I have a lot of questions about why we're trusting this man as a witness. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yup. I was in the restaurant where I, rent boats, as usual. Yes, renting boats in a restaurant. Very, very normal. Then I heard a bang, yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. And I fired. And I missed. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. I'm going to slaughter you. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there were only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up, and you're using all that time talking. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright, cross-examine, Your Honor. Excuse me, I'm here too, Your Honor. You know, this isn't... For a criminal trial, you need the defense as well, not just the prosecution. God. I take great joy in knowing that in real life, Von Karma would not get away with any of the shit he gets away with. He would have been disbarred like 12 times over at this point in his career, if he acted this way in a real life court. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. What do you think I am? Someone who doesn't cross-examine witnesses? That's all I do. Jesus. That seems like an overreaction. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. You didn't need to get that upset, like... Dude. Night of the mirror. Okay, just press on everything. I don't think there's a contradiction yet. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. And he's gone and fallen asleep on his bed. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right? Oh, how convenient. You in cahoots with the caretaker? The boat rental shop and noodle shop owner caretaker? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did, eh? You see? Continue. Oh god, you annoy me. In the restaurant where I rent boats. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. Polly is a parrot. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Well, if we can't prove that he's in the shop... I heard a bang. And where did the bang seem to come from? Can you stop falling asleep on the stand, please? Go to a doctor. This seems like a problem. From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? No, not even a little bit. Yup. Not in the slightest. Good, continue. Your Honor, the prosecution seems to be leading the witness. So, just floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly, but I figured there was 2 men out there. Yup. But you couldn't see them clearly, because as we established in the previous trial, it was foggy as shit. Yup, at the time, that is. At the time? Then I heard another bang. 2 bangs. So you heard 2 gunshots total? I think that's, because we still have Lada's testimony. Oh, never mind. She did hear... That does, track with Lada's, deposition. She did say she heard 2 gunshots. Yup. That's what Lada said in her testimony yesterday. A certain man walks by my window. By your window? Yup, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, I've had a bad feeling this entire trial. I'm saying I can't believe he's dead. Oh, I accidentally hit the joystick. I'm not gonna find contradictory. Yeah, okay. So I do something with that last statement because it was bad. I'm very smart. I'm very dumb. I'm a genius. I'm the smartest person on the planet. Defendant. That. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad? Right, yeah, that's, Dead certain, Keith! He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too. Yeah, that doesn't sound very good for old Mr. Edgeworth over here. Witness, are you sure that person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him! That Edgeworth boy! Oh, and, that's not healthy. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Yeah, me neither. You're here? I forgot you were here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick or this trial is going to be over. I guess raise an objection. Anytime you get the option to raise an objection, it's usually a good idea to do so. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Well, have I got news for you? That photograph was mirrored. Exactly. He was wearing a glove only on his left hand. And then he picked the gun up with his right hand to leave fingerprints on the gun he had just fired to kill a man with his left hand, on which he was wearing a glove. He could have wiped his prints after he fired, and then put more prints? You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. You are ignoring the problem with what you just said. He wiped his fingerprints off, and then left more fingerprints? The math isn't adding up. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise an objection. Just throw a temper tantrum. Because apparently that's permissible in this court. Only when the prosecution does it, though. The prosecution is allowed to be as rude and loud and annoying as they want, but the second the defense even, is like, hey, maybe calm down. It's like, whoa! Whoa, hey, you're being a little rude here. I can't help but feel like this court gives, preference to the prosecution. This witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If you were telling a lie... Objection. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Yeah, the evidence doesn't say shit. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. Eyewitness testimony is hardly evidence. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Are we, has nobody mentioned... Is this finally where we're gonna mention that the gun was fired 3 times? thrice, not twice. We have 2 witnesses saying they heard 2 gunshots, but this gun was fired thrice. Are we finally going to mention that? Irk. Nick, do we have evidence? We have something that doesn't add up. It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We're really fucking stuck. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Hey, you know what? Actually, we are about 15 minutes, almost coming up on 60 minutes into the recording, so, you know, that's not too bad. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. I think he already left, like, mentally. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. Yeah, that's real bad. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait! I think that's Larry. That wasn't Maya this time. Who was that just now? Me! Huh? What? Yeah, good old Larry Butts. Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. God, Larry, you make things... He simultaneously makes things easier and so much more difficult. Remembered what? The gunshot! I heard it too! Which one? There were 2. But the gun was fired 3 times! Why are we not talking about this? Order? What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did, a gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. I don't know, Larry. You're historically pretty bad at testifying. Order, order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. You're a bitch. That's all I've got to say about that. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. If only it was anyone but Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Either we turn this around or we get him declared guilty twice. Your Honor, if there was another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now, in this court. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Grow a pair, Your Honor. You've been letting this dude boss you around this entire trial. Do you have no spine? Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? Did you forget, you're not in charge here? Sorry, have the past, how long you been prosecuting? Like 40 years of being a prosecutor, like, given you a really big ego or something? And now you think you're in charge of everything? Idiot. Did you forget you're not the judge? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Thank you, Your Honor. Finally. You're plot relevant. Kind of. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Yeah, he looks very reliable. How is his mouth going all the way back to his ear? Is he just able to unhinge his jaw like a snake? That's very disturbing. Court is adjourned. Thank God. Whoa. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. I'm sure you have. Yeah, right, Edward. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Many things.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yeah, apparently. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night?
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Well, that's rude. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. It's still saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
That is a very good question. To be fair, that's a very good question. Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Because I'm not straight, but that's besides the point. Anyway, what was I talking about? Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right? Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Phoenix, you're being very useful in this conversation here. Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. The worst witness we could possibly have. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
We're gonna milk it like a cow. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. Unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna end this video here. That's a good stopping point. And next time we will get back to District Court number 3 apparently. That's all. Yep. See you next time on me.